Yo, welcome to another video. I'm Randy, aka that weirdo that appears on your YouTube recommended or your YouTube search list. Today we will be going over Shinobi Life's 2 Curse Seal of Heaven. This is Sasuke's curse mark in the game. Uh, and it has 2 different modes and its own moves and other abilities that we'll be covering in today's video. I just got done making a video showcasing almost every Rasengan in the game that will be going up shortly. But yeah, that's besides the point. Let's get to the video. The Curse Seal of Heaven spawns in the Forest of Death. It's a mode that you have a 1 out of 15 chance of getting at 215. It's a pretty nice move, or mode, I mean. When you activate it, you get this little curse seal mark that spins, and then you activate it. Now, this is the first mode that you get. It covers half of your face, like how it did Sasuke in the original Naruto anime. And you have this nice, like, purple aura going around you with this nice pattern on your body. When you're in this mode, as you can see on the right, you get 2010 chakra, 2150 ninjutsu, 2200 taijutsu, and 2200 HP. So it's not that bad. Compared to the Jins, it's a little bit weaker, but we're talking about tailed beasts here. It's kind of expected to. But let's go over its moves first. Now, besides its basic buff and everything, when you press Z in the mode, it shoots out like this black lightning stream that hits multiple enemies and does some pretty good damage, as you can see in the bottom right. I haven't fully upgraded this, but I know that it only has 2 modes, and I've unlocked both of them. So eventually down the line, I just stopped doing it. But yeah, so the black lightning move, it hits multiple enemies, as you saw, for 43,000 damage, which is really good actually if you can combo it. You could probably get some good combos actually on this, especially with a move like this. But yeah, it has what I think is a 20 or 15 second cooldown, and let me check that really quickly actually. Yeah, 20-second cooldown, and yeah, it does some pretty moderate good damage. And with this, it's the only thing that it really does with this mode exactly. So, yeah, we're going to actually move on to its second mode, which is, in my opinion, infinitely better. So you hold Z and press 2, and then you will go into its second mode. You have these, webbed hand wings on your back, and your skin goes a tint of gray. You lose the little pattern and the aura, which is swapped out from a purple to a black. In this, you have 2300 chakra, 2450 or 2450 ninjutsu, 2600 taijutsu, and 2500 HP. Now this mode is, as you can tell, better than its first mode, obviously, but it keeps the same Z move, but I think it does more. Oh, actually, sorry. Z moves gets changed a bit. It still has the 20-second cooldown. Also, the running animation is a bit strange since you don't run, you just kind of glide. But yeah, the 20-second cooldown, and I forgot that this move is a little bit different in this move. You still have the black lightning thing, but you do rush at the enemy, and does 52,000 damage. As you saw, it doesn't hit multiple opponents, but it does 52,000 damage. It still does, I think, the shock thing, so your enemies get stunned for a good amount of time. I'm sorry I can't test this on other players. A lot of people aren't awake at the moment. And if you're wondering why I'm awake, is because I just couldn't sleep. So I decided to make a video or two. And the wonderful thing about this mode is that if you double jump and hold space, you can fly with it. Now, if you don't know, flying takes up stamina. But it takes up a good amount. But if you can just, if you moderate it, if you know when to not fly and when to fly, you can get some pretty far stuff. And you can use the lightning move in the air, except for it doesn't really launch you. But you can also do this little move in the air. It's a 10-second cooldown, and you can do it on the ground, obviously. If I'm correct, Yeah, I don't know what sorry, since it's a melee move and not a chakra move, it does not tell you the, like on logs at least, it doesn't tell you the damage, and I don't know if it launches forward. Yeah, it does. So you get like this good distance coverage, and you launch at your opponent and do some good damage, I'm guessing, considering it's a melee move from its second form. But yeah, it takes 40 mode per, I want to say, like 2 seconds, if not a second. But the move itself, or the mode itself, is actually pretty good, considering you can fly. You can use like that little, sorry, I used the wrong move. You can use like the little dash move, which doesn't, which covers some good ground, but I can't, like I said, I can't really see how much it does. And it's Z. Its Z is still really good. For 52,000 damage, it's really good actually. Granted, I do not use the mode because I own a Jin that is fully maxed out, which I might cover, might not. A lot of people have been doing stuff on the Jins. But if you do want to see stuff about like where the Jins are located, or at least people fighting them, my friend Michael has uploaded, I want to say 4 videos of me, him, and our friend Shamir fighting some of the Jins. Both of their channels will be linked in the description. You can check that below, and the vanishing, or not vanishing, sorry, the Rasengan showcase will also be linked in the description below. Granted, like I said, I did not have vanishing Rasengan, and I still don't really, so I didn't cover that. But Curse Seal of Heaven, like I said, you can get it at the Forest of Death at 215 for 1 out of 15 chance of obtaining it. I also can't fly for some reason. Sorry, that's, I feel like that's on me, but there it is. Sorry. You double tap space and then hold space to fly, by the way, for those who don't know. And then you have your little Z spec that doesn't, or X spec for me at least, it obviously doesn't cover ground like how the, like both the Z and the X move do not actually cover ground if you are in the air. So I suggest not using it in the air. But yeah, that's the Curse Seal of Heaven. If you guys liked the video, you can make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do whatever. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to do any of that. But if you didn't, I'm sorry for not being able to entertain you today. A lot of people do videos on this, but I just decided to do it because, I don't know. I'm that one weirdo who decides to do it my own way. See ya.